Hey, what's up, guys? Just waiting for my son to come out of hockey to pop on here and just talk a little bit. Just shoot the breeze. Nothing mind-blowing, but just talk about life. Life with Christ, life in the Spirit, life with the Spirit within us, being saved, and the changes, and how we see our world now. It's different. It's really, really different today. I don't know if you've ever prayed this prayer, but I always pray that God would give me a real, true friend. A real friend. I have like 2 friends in real life. I'm not kidding. And today, when I was at work, my daughter called me before I went to pick her up from school because she had a headache. Dropped her off at home. I ran to work. And at work, I called her to make sure she was okay, but she wasn't answering the phone. So I panicked because I had a childhood friend once who was a child and went to bed with a headache and never woke up. And so I was like paranoid. I guess a little paranoid. So I was thinking, who can I call? I have nobody to call to run to my house and just check on my daughter to make sure she's actually just sleeping and nothing else is wrong. And that got me really depressed because for the last handful of years, my prayers have been, God, can I just have like 1 or 2 like real solid friends, real friends. I have a couple of friends, but I think if they were to choose me over them, they would choose them. It is what it is. But so, and it got me thinking, I had real friends in my life. Like I said, my childhood friend passed away from going to bed with a headache. My best friend passed away like 8 years ago, or 6 or 7 years ago from suicide. And my mom is gone because she died 12 or 13 years ago. My dad has Alzheimer's for the past handful of years, so he's non-active. When COVID hit, every friend I thought I had turned against me and called me crazy. And I'm thinking, I used to have a lot of friends. Like, I thought I did. And then, I don't know, a big shift happened. I think it was the big shift was really noticeable in COVID, where everyone I believed was my friend turned against me just because I told them that the government hated them. And they were so quick. When someone calls you crazy and lost your mind, you're not going to be friends with them, okay? So that's what they were calling me. Crazy, and I've lost my mind. So I said, alrighty then. Bye. If you think I am, this whole time you've been friends with me for all these years, and all of a sudden, in a split second, you'll make that judgment of me? Yeah, no. Not my friend. Bye. Gone. Jesus stands firm. Jesus stands firm. I have Jesus. We have Jesus. But at the same time, it can be very lonely. And I do wish I had really good friends, like I thought I had years ago. Someone I could call to check up on my house, on my daughter. Someone, who would help me out of a bind in a split second. I do believe that I have 2 people, but like I said, it's life. So I think that is part of the separation of the wheat and tares, where I could have kept a lot of good friends. I could have kept the loyalty as long as I said what didn't bother them, as long as I believed what didn't upset their ideas, you know, as long as I kept the status quo. But I am definitely now a person who goes against the status quo, and that really upsets this world we live in and everybody who's living in this world. And it's hard to make friends when you go against the status quo, the world, the way the world is, when you don't love the world. A lot of times we say, who could love the world? Like, who actually, when the Bible says don't love the world, can you think of a person who loves the world? Not like that's a like actually loves the world, right? So what loves the world means, what I've discovered, is belief in the world. Beliefs, the narratives of the status quo and the world. Belief equals love, from what I understand. And to love God is to believe God. You know, it's not asking you to love him with all your heart, mind, and soul like Jesus loved the Father, because that is impossible. Otherwise, we'd be sinlessly perfect. But love the world or love God. It's belief. You believe the world means you love the world. You trust the science. You believe what the TV tells you. You believe what everyone else is repeating to you, like, repeat, and you must repeat it. Sorry to be so like, but that's how they are. They're just like, And to love God is to believe God. That's the best way I can love God. That's the only way I can truly love God, is to believe him and his word. So I love God. You love God. You trust his word. You love God. People believe the world, the TV, the news, the narratives, the climate change, the governments. Like, they love the world. It is that simple. And it says they love the world. How could they love the world? They love what they're told from the narratives of the world. How can you love God? Believe him. That you believe his word. That's the best way I can show God that I love him. Because I can't, like I said, only Jesus can love him with all his heart, mind, and soul. But for me, I'm just a human. I can just believe him. I can just believe him from page 1, Genesis, to the end, Revelation. Love God, believe him. Do not love the world. Do not believe the world.